ஆல் இண்டியா ரேடியோ செய்திக்கதம்பம்.
இன்று சென்னையில் இந்தியா ரஷ்யா இடையேயான கிழக்கு கடல்சார் வழித்தடம் தொடர்பான கருத்தரங்கை தொடங்கி வைத்து உரையாற்றினார் மத்திய கப்பல் போக்குவரத்துத்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு சர்பானந்த சோனோவால். அவர் பேசுகையில்,
The Eastern Maritime Corridor, a link between ports on the east coast of India and ports in the far east region of Russia, promises immense potential to unlock new trade opportunities for trade, thereby fostering mutual economic prosperity and resilience. A big advantage of this corridor is the significant reduction in time required to transport cargo between India and Far East Russia by up to 16 days from 40 to 24 days, and a significant reduction of the distance by up to 40%. Presently, the distance between Mumbai port and the port of St. Petersburg, Russia by the Western Sea Road via Suez Canal is 8,675 nautical mile or 16,066 kilometers, whereas the distance from Chennai port to Vladivostok port via Eastern Maritime Corridor is only 5,647 nautical mile, that is 10,458 kilometers. There is a clear-cut saving of 5,608 kilometers in distance via Eastern Maritime Corridor as compared to the Western Sea Road, which amount to saving of almost 16 days of travel time. This will help in reducing logistic costs immensely, apart from hugely boosting efficiency in transportation of cargo between the two countries. The saving of time and fuel will enhance the viability of the corridor and open newer trade opportunity between our nation. As found in our feasibility study, the corridor already holds great potential for trade in commodities such as cooking coal, oil, fertilizer, container, and liquefied natural gas. Today's workshop sees the participations of regulators, policymakers, and industry leaders from both nations to discuss, collaborate, and form strategic alliances and explore the potentiality of the proposed Eastern Maritime Corridors. The Chennai-Vladivostok Maritime Corridor, along with the India-Russia Partnership for the Development of the Northern Sea Road and the full operationalization of the International North-South Transport Corridor, will be a game changer for our thriving trade and people-to-people connect. I am also optimistic of the many prospects of deepening our bilateral maritime cooperation, particularly in the two countries' maritime skill development, training, shipbuilding, and port-based clean energy investment. I am confident that the Indian seafarers will be equipped in Russia with the necessary training to undertake polar voyages for Arctic shipping. We may also see Russian icebreakers being built at Indian shipyard. These are encouraging possibilities of India-Russia maritime partnership. Today's workshop reflects our joint commitment to operationalizing the Eastern Maritime Corridor. I look forward to the presentation and discussion that will be held. I am also happy to note that Russian delegation will have the opportunity to visit Chennai Port, Kamaraja Port, and nearby industrial cluster to witness the infrastructure facilities and explore trade partnership and strategic alliances.
மாமல்லபுரத்தில் நடைபெற்ற நீர் மேலாண்மை குறித்த அகில இந்திய செயலாளர்களின் மாநாட்டில் பங்கேற்ற பின்னர் செய்தியாளர்களிடம் பேசினார் மத்திய ஜல்சக்தித்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு கஜேந்திர சிங் ஷெகாவத். அவர் பேசும்போது,
Water is the most critical thing and most important thing for developing India and India become a developed nation. It is told that water is elixir of the life. No life cannot be imagined without water. but simultaneously water is the elixir of the development also. No development can be made or observed without the sustainable availability of water. We have worked a lot in the water sector, and India is the country which is expanding and going to expand the most in the water sector in last decade, and the time coming. Already spent somewhere around 190 billion US dollars in last period over 10 years, and our plans to expand much more because of the criticality of this resource. Simultaneously, after integrating the different subjects and aspects of water, Honorable Prime Minister, and creating a single window ministry for water sector, we have worked on all aspects of water. Maybe it is groundwater, maybe it is river rejuvenation, maybe it is recycle of water and reuse, maybe it is increasing water use efficacy through per drop more crop program, maybe it is increasing command areas through CATWM program to save water and improvise the efficacy of water use in agriculture. Simultaneously, in the groundwater recharge drinking water mission, which is the largest mission of providing drinking water all around the world. So in all aspects of water we are working. The sustainable availability of water is so critical and important. So now we have to pave the path for better implementation, more effective implementation by learning from each other. Now we are moving towards the sustainable availability of water in the future. See, this is a distress year, we all are aware. And as we all are aware that in distress times, the water is to be allocated between the states on pro rata basis only. So whatever the availability and whatever the shares are, we have to distribute, and there is an independent agency, Kaveri Water Management Authority, which is doing. All the stakeholder states are having equal say in that platform. They sat together almost 19 times during last period, and they have concluded in the last meeting also. They sat together and they have decided the roadmap till the February. Next time when they will sit, they'll again assess the availability of water in the Kaveri basin reservoirs, and again decide till the next monsoon how much water which states is getting. I think that is an unbiased platform and working for the best management for the available waters in the Kaveri basin. As far as the water is concerned, the budget allocation in the field of water, as I mentioned, that India is the country which is spending highest in the world. So in the next budget also, it is not going to disappoint anyone working in the water sector. Earlier, the frequency of water mapping or water auditing used to be uneven. Now, first of all, we have mapped all across the country, the 25 lakh square kilometers. Simultaneously, we have increased the efficacy of the result outcomes of whatever water mapping we are doing. We have increased the number of piezometers, and still we are increasing. We have upgraded them. So minimal human intervention is there for better results. And since we have used the technology, now we are able to publish the reports annually. That is the first achievement, because unless you know your resources, you cannot manage them properly. We are further entering into agreements with the commercial organizations like National Thermal Power Corporation units, like refineries. We have mapped the possibilities of reusing that water, treated water, into those industries which are consuming water in large quantities. So the water which is flowing in the rivers can be saved and can be utilized for the other purposes.
இத்துடன் இன்றைய செய்திக் கதம்பம் நிறைவு பெறுகிறது.